Hello, everybody. It is Laura Wick here, and today I am coming on live to share with you common misconceptions when it comes to alignment. And I think if you didn't know me, I actually believe that understanding alignment and what that means for you is is the number one skill that is necessary for you to navigate your business and probably your life. And I think all of us notice that nowadays, when it comes to the online business space, when it comes to the marketing space, when it comes to the coaching space, there is a lot of toxicity in what we are seeing in our news feeds. There's a lot of comparison that is happening. There's a lot of overwhelm, exhaustion when we look at the coaching and online space. And I'm going to share a little bit of background to give you context. And then I want to go into 3 common misconceptions about alignment and what actually it means. Now, if you didn't know this, I'm actually hosting a one-day event live with me where I'm going to help you actually look at what this means in your business. We're going to map out your fiercely aligned business strategy and just see how you can actually practice this in your business and have more spaciousness, more ease, yes, and draw in the money and all the fun things. So that is also available. Okay, so let me give you context. And I just want to say I'm sharing this not to impress you. I'm sharing this to give you context and help you see what is really happening and how to shift things. So I actually started online coaching other body workers way back in like 2013, 2014. I was still running my own private practice at the time and got online personally because I had a health issue. My husband and I had fertility issues, and I needed to find a way to cut back on my physical work and make money to cover really expensive IVF. In that time, in 2000, 7 years ago, I launched Body Mind Coaching. And I just want to say, in the context of my online business, I have done over $5 million in sales. Since 2020, I've done over 7 figures in revenue each year. I actually had one webinar that ran for 3 years that brought in multi-7 figures in my business. So again, I'm not saying this to impress you. If you notice, I am not somebody who sits here and flaunts her numbers online. I find that stuff annoying and gross. I'm sharing this to let you know and understand where I'm going with this and the context of this. The end of last year, things started to shift. I was raised in the online world by a lot of very prominent coaches and gurus and leaders. Those are the people that I learned from. And I learned from them when they were new, when they were kind of figuring this out. And if you didn't know this, everybody is still just trying to fucking figure it out. And what's happening in the online space is that it's like the loudest voice wins, right? That you have a desire to help people, you want to serve, you genuinely care. And then then it's like nowadays, because your news filled is people with telling you that you need to have a 7-figure business, that you need to have massive group programs and funnels and all this shit. It's like marketing itself has become this shiny object that people think that they need all of this stuff set up in order to help people. And so many people, I think, are missing what is right in front of them. And, yes, like obviously a lot of that stuff worked. And I think just since 2020, when we saw an explosion of stuff online due to COVID, what's also happened is there's been this explosion of copycats. There's been this explosion of, again, a really deep level of toxicity. And at the end of last year, I was starting to sit there of like, cool, like these things work for me, but are they equitable? Am I really practicing what I preach? Is this really the best use of me? And earlier this year, I made the conscious choice to shut off all of my marketing. It was not an easy choice. I found myself, the irony that I teach people how to break the cycle of burnout, I found myself burning out. I found myself getting caught up in a lot of the toxicity. I felt myself following the crowd and saying, hey, maybe this isn't right for me. And just full disclosure, that is absolutely going to impact my bottom line this year. I am sacrificing income. I chose to sacrifice income enrollments because something didn't fucking feel right. But that choice, that decision was made out of my alignment. It was made out of a place where I knew that if I fully wanted to step up and stand up in my power, I needed to change. And I couldn't just keep following what everybody else was doing. Now, I fully believe, and a lot of what we do with our clients is, I believe that you can have a very simple, spacious, and profitable business that helps others and allows you to enjoy your life. And it requires you to get out of the hype of big ass launches and crazy ass webinar funnels. And it requires you to fully tune in and step up in the way that you are called. I think if we're not addressing a lot of the toxicity that is happening in the coaching space and the online space, what's happening is, I think the best coaches, the best practitioners, the best service providers are getting lost because they feel like they need all of these fancy schmancy things that they don't need. I feel like when we don't understand what it means to fully trust and follow your alignment, you're robbing the world of the gift that you are here to give. When you feel like you need to compare yourself or have things in place the way other people have, we lose you, right? Y'all, I am still in my pajamas. Let me just tell you, this is my pajamas, right? It just looks good against the background. I haven't taken a shower yet today, right? You know, I am somebody who, like, I show up and I am here to share what is on my heart. And I believe that is what it means to be a leader. So let's dive into these misconceptions of alignment, because the world needs you. Your clients need you, right? You're probably missing something that is literally right in front of you because you're caught up in some idea of what it's supposed to look like instead of what it gets to look like for you when you follow that alignment. So the first thing on my list is that first misconception is that alignment is not woo-woo fairy dust. Okay. And I think it has become a buzzword online nowadays. And you know, I mean, I'm hosting an event called Fiercely Aligned, right? So I get that. Alignment is actually a physiological process. There is science behind what it means to be aligned. And when you understand the physiology of alignment, you're actually able to activate it in your life and in your business. Now, a friend of mine, Richie Norton, he says that one of the most vital skills nowadays is discernment. I absolutely agree. But I don't think you can practice discernment if you don't understand the physiology of your alignment. They go hand in hand. It's not just about thinking your way there. Alignment isn't some woo-woo off in the clouds thing. It is literally how you are physiologically wired. And when we live in a world that says you need to think your way, you're actually denying how your body operates, how your nervous system operates. One of the things that I'm going to be teaching on in my event is actually the physiology of alignment and show you just the simple ways that you can activate it in your life. When you get this, it's going to help you with any decision that you need to make in your business. It's going to help you know what your right path is, not just what everybody else is telling you your right path is supposed to be. Okay. So misconception number one is that alignment is woo-woo, fairy dust, and spiritual. The truth is alignment is a physiological process. It's going to help you practice discernment. It's going to help you make decisions. It's going to help you know, amidst all the craziness that is online and all the people that tell you all the things that you need for your business and the things that you need to do. When you understand this, it actually allows you to say, oh, this piece here is vital to me. This piece over here really works for me. And it helps you put that together in a way that will work for you. Okay? Cool. Second misconception about alignment. The misconception is that alignment is what feels good. That is the misconception. The truth is, alignment is about what is right. When you really understand alignment, it's not an individual process. It's about really starting to think of, how do you operate within the whole? How do you connect with the planet, with other people? How are you showing up to best serve from your strengths, right? And take action from there. I know some of you have jumped on since after I started, and I shared, I have done multi-seven figures in my business since I started online. And when I made the decision earlier this year to turn off all of my marketing, to stop all sales, because what was happening was that there were practices that I had defaulted to because this is what the world tells me I'm supposed to be, that I don't feel were equitable. I didn't feel were the best use of me. I didn't feel like they were aligned. Now, I could have sat there, right, and said, great, it feels good to make money and sell a bunch of shit and all that stuff, right? And I could have done that, right? It did not feel, I will be completely honest, it did not feel good, and has not felt good to turn those off, right? I am feeling the impact of those decisions. But I know in my core, it was what was right. I couldn't step back and evaluate what was happening. I had to sit back and say, okay, what are we selling? What is the journey we're taking our clients on? What is working? What is not working? What do I really want to say? Where can I make some shifts? How do I want to show up and contribute? It's easier and often feels good to just do what everybody else tells you and to just do what you've always done. But there are moments, and tell me if you have ever felt that moment, where you just say, hey, wait a second, maybe this isn't the right choice, and maybe I need to pause and shift. So alignment is not about doing what just feels good. It's about doing what is right. And right in the context of, yes, yourself, your integrity, but also what is right in terms of your community, your clients, the planet, right? The collective, right? When you really understand, again, the physiology of alignment, you recognize that there's a deeper process that is happening within that. Okay. And sometimes we're not called to do the thing that feels good. Sometimes we're called to do the thing that is right. Now, with that, right? I know for myself, I am intentionally making a pivot because it's more aligned, right? The last piece, the last misconception that I want to share today, and let me know if this is resonating with you. Alignment is not a stagnant point. Alignment is not a stagnant point. The truth is, alignment is always in flux, it is always in flow. It's a process, and this is one of the things that I'm going to be teaching on at my event. It's a daily process of how you are showing up and serving, right? And I think so often a big reason that our brain feels good when we see these, just follow my 5-step email series and plug and play this thing, right? Or time block your schedule. And I think a lot of times, like, this is also a misconception I see with balance. Like, if I just do these 5 things, if my schedule looks exactly like this, if I get to this place, everything is great and fine. Alignment is a flow. It is constantly moving, right? And when you see that, I actually find that the moments when I am not feeling aligned have just as much power and information in them as the moments where I do feel aligned. Because those moments where I feel misaligned, I get to evaluate and ask myself, okay, like, what is showing up here? What needs to shift? Who do I get to be? How do I get to show up? Where do I get to better practice discernment? Where is there a decision that maybe I need to make, right? So when you understand that flow of alignment, you can make those conscious choices and how you show up to that. And I think, again, when I look at business, specifically business owners and coaches, I think a lot of times we're doing this funny thing where we say, once I get here, once I've reached this level of quote unquote success, then I can travel. Then I can, go to the beach. Then I can do the thing. Then I can spend more time with my kids. Then I can, whatever the dream, the goal, the vision is. And what happens is we get caught up on things have to be perfect and fit together so that I can have those, instead of really seeing how can I actually bring that energy in now, act from that, and discern what is best for me, right? There is no right path, especially in business. There's no right path in life. There's no right path in business. There's only your path. And being able to know what is best for you and how you want to show up and how to actually, take the dream, the desire in your heart and make it real, that is where you get to practice this. So again, our misconceptions are, right? Actually, we'll just say the truths. The truths are alignment is a physiological process. Alignment is about doing what is right, not necessarily what feels good. And I think sometimes that's hard. We want the like energetic boost, right? That's why we're all addicted to scrolling on our phones instead of actually following what is right for you. And alignment, it's not a stagnant point. Alignment is always in flow. And your ability to stay in that flow and make conscious choices is actually how you bring the vision and make it real. Awesome. I am curious, if you listen to this, replay or live, what one most resonated with you. And also just the invitation that join me live. I'm going to help you create your fiercely aligned business plan. All right. I want to show you how the dream, the goal, desire in your heart is actually holding the clues for your unique path and how you show up in your life and in your business. And together we are going to map out your plan of what is best for you. I'm going to show you how to bring that vision and make it real now. Also, fun fact, as soon as you register for the event, you get access to one of my most popular courses that is all about creating your signature program and what you need to shift out of time for money and actually bring that goal in now. So it's going to be an amazing event. You're going to walk away with a fiercely aligned signature program and also the path to make it real. Plus, we're going to dive deep into what alignment physiologically means and just a simple process to help you stay in that alignment on a day-to-day basis. So it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for you to join me. And I will see you there. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'll talk to you soon.